Hi, I'm Thomas King. I'm the inventor of Orbit, a flying, hovering, autonomous smart device. Orbit is part drone and part cell phone. I came up with this idea about 2 years ago. I'm a tinkerer, I'm an inventor. I'm thinking to myself, I'm seeing all these new products come out, the wearables, the wristbands, the watches, and the GoPro live action cams. And I'm thinking, where's it going? What's the next biggest thing? Where's this technology going to go? So I thought to myself, how about combine a drone and a cell phone? So now your cell phone basically has wings. Orbit here can do everything that a cell phone can do and more, plus it can fly. Now, I want to let you know that my campaign here on Kickstarter is a little bit different than all the other projects. I am trying to raise funds to put together an actual functioning prototype. What I have here in my hand is a non-functioning concept mock-up of an actual orbit that I want to put together and bring to life. Now, I've had contact with a couple companies out in California, as you can read on the website here, that have the technology ready, the actual software end of it, and the actual injection molding and designing of the actual product. Now, this is a very feasible project, and I think that with the help of the Kickstarter community, help me raise the funds, we can put it all together. Now, I want to give you a brief description of what I have here and describe what I've put together. What I have here is basically LED screens, 1, 2, and 3. Now, in the future, you can have optional 1 screen, 2 screens, or 3 screens. Of course, the more screens you have, the more it's going to affect the price of the actual device. Of course, this is going to link up with a Bluetooth earpiece that you put in your ear, left or right, and upon your voice command, Orbit will launch, will hover 15 feet in front of the actual Bluetooth earpiece, and then 5 inches to the left or to the right, depending upon which side you have the earpiece in. And all these functions and all these voice commands will be recorded yourself prior to taking this out into the environment, so that you can have pre-programmed flight patterns and voice commands. Now, I feel like not only will Orbit be ideal for basic civilian use, personal fun activities, but I think that Orbit will be great for instance, say, military, a situation where, say, there's a firefight going on and there's a squad pinned down around, and they need to see around a corner to see what's ahead of them. They can have Orbit fly out there, video what's going on, project back the images to a handheld, and give you a look around the corner without risking any harm or danger. Now, I also can see this working really well for, say, for instance, a doctor or a surgeon. While performing surgery, the doctor needs both of his hands to do whatever procedure he's doing, and then he could have Orbit there hovering. And for instance, he may need to pull up a video of a certain part of the surgery that he needs to look at to make sure that he's doing it correctly, or just a refresher or whatever. So that would come in handy. Also, that could be very handy with, say, like fire and rescue. Say there's a burning building, or an earthquake, any type of a situation where human life would be put in danger. You could send in something like this, take video and see what's going on, and send back images and then respond, accordingly. Also, with Orbit, when it's not flying or hovering nearby, you can actually have this in your car and attach it to your dash. It could be a dash cam, and it could video you're driving, and while you're driving down the road, you might see an accident, or you might perhaps even see the next terrorist act. You can become a hero and send your video into the news station and, you know, make money off of it. I don't know, but that's something you might want to consider. Also, now, civilian use, I see Orbit basically in a situation where, let's say you're having a conversation with a friend, or you're having a meeting, or let's say you're at your favorite local bar or pub, and you're just, you know, want to just hang out, whatever. You can be sitting there and have Orbit up in the, you know, surveillance mode, hovering 2-3 feet above you, and you could say into your Bluetooth device in your ear, "Hey, Orbit, record audio, record video," and it does it. So then later on down the road, if you need to recall some information from that conversation or that night, you can just review the video and see what's going on. Also, Orbit will be programmed to basically stay within a certain proximity of your Bluetooth earpiece or a wristband, and whenever you move, it moves with you. So let's say you want to take off and go to the bathroom, well, Orbit will, you know, hover with you, because the proximity sensor, it stays with a certain proximity. Of course, you don't want Orbit to go into the bathroom with you, because that would be violating all kinds of, you know, laws, I'm sure, but that's not the intent. Additionally, I'll give you a close-up here, so I'll zoom in on it so you can get a better look at what I'm holding here. But I do want to reiterate that this is a mock-up. This is a mock-up. It's a non-functional design, and so some of you are probably wondering, well, why isn't it flying? Well, because it's a mock-up. It's a prototype concept, just to give you an idea of what I want to do. On the website, my Kickstarter website, you can see the other designs that are on there. There's a spherical one, and there's another one who has a bigger shroud going around the actual rotors, which is basically used as a muffler just to keep the noise down. We want it to be as quiet as possible. I'm going to go ahead and bring this in for a close-up so you can get a better look at it, and then I'll come back and I'll talk about it a little bit more. But here you can take a look here now. Okay, I want to take a minute here to describe what you're looking at, so I can kind of give you an idea, you know, a little more better insight on what I have here. Basically, these are the LED screens. There's 1, 2, and 3 here, and they will work just like a cell phone or a handheld, a tablet. We've got 3 rotors here. These motors will be induction motors, which are very quiet. They're whisper quiet, and we'll have a dual-axis rotor system, which provides more lift, and they're very quiet also. The body here is injected molded plastic. It's very lightweight, very durable, and we have these shroud guards here that protect the rotors from anything getting in there and getting your finger in there. Now, there will be more guards on here, and maybe even a complete shroud, just depending upon the design we come up with and what we think is going to work best. Now, I did put a custom paint job on here. This green here is metallic flake. I think it looks pretty good. But, of course, these can come in any colors. You can get bright green, bright blue, bright red, you know, purple, orange, whatever color you like. They're customizable. On the other side here, you have 2 batteries where they're being stored. And this is where all the electronics and all the software will be loaded on and carried in this particular area here. I'm not sure that this battery configuration is going to be the same one in the future on the finished design, which I'm pretty sure it's not, because we're working with other designs and other technology for the batteries for flight time. That's, you know, including but not limited to supercapacitors and capacitors to actually power up Orbit. But anyhow, I think it's a great idea, and I think I have multiple uses in society, and I'm coming to Kickstarter to ask you guys to help me fund the the manufacturing of an actual functioning prototype. You know, something like this, you know, you just can't go into your garage and pull out a piece of plywood, a saw, a soldering iron, and a couple of screws and put it together and make it happen, because of the technology, the electronics, the software, the engineering, the prototyping. It's just a very high-tech device, and it's just not something you can go to your garage and make unless you have capability to do that. I want to let you know that the money that you would help me fund this with will be used for basically research, development, market research, the tooling, the designing, the prototyping, and you know, just paying for all the engineering, the software, and marketing, of course, to bring it all to life. Those funds will be allocated towards that, which is a very, you know, can be a very expensive ordeal. So, but I think with your help in the Kickstarter community, I think we can get it done. So please take a look at the rest of my website. If you have any questions, you can contact me directly at orbit5000@yahoo.com. That's Orbit, the numerals 5000, 5000 at yahoo.com. I'll answer any questions you have, in-depth, more specific information you want to get into. I have no problem answering those questions. Additionally, the background music. If you like that, that's my music. I recorded it. That's all my stuff. So if you're interested in that, contact me about that, and I'll give you a heads up on that too. But my name again is Thomas King, inventor of Orbit. I want to thank you, and have a great day.